The Russian Defense Ministry has announced that in the wake of this weekend's escalation in Syria, it will no longer use the deconfliction hotline to the U.S. military, a hotline set up to avoid U.S. and Russian warplanes coming into direct contact in the very crowded battle space in Syria. Russian officials warned that U.S. and coalition warplanes operating west of the Euphrates River, operating over Syrian government-controlled areas, would be tracked as potential targets. The Russians have made such threats before, only to continue using the hotline. The warning comes a day after the U.S. shot down that Syrian fighter jet after the Syrian Sukhoi 22 bombed U.S.-backed forces near Raqqa. A U.S. Navy F-18 fighter jet downed the Syrian jet after the U.S. coalition warned the Syrian planes through the Russian hotline to stay away. After a show of force and a U.S. F-18 flyby was ignored, and after the Syrian jet bombed the U.S.-trained forces on the ground, the order was given to shoot down the Syrian jet. A Syrian pilot was killed. It's the first time in 18 years a U.S. jet has shot down another warplane in air-to-air combat. U.S. Central Command issued the following statement, quote, "The coalition does not seek to fight Syrian regime, Russian or pro-regime forces partnered with them, but will not hesitate to defend coalition or partner forces from any threat." All of this comes on the same day this weekend as the Iranian Revolutionary Guard fired 7 missiles across Iraq into ISIS-controlled eastern Syria. Retaliation, Tehran said, for 2 recent terror attacks claimed by ISIS, one on Iran's parliament that killed more than a dozen people. The U.S. was not given any warning about the Iranian missiles, showing just how complicated the war zone in Syria is right now. John?
And it sounds like it's heating up. Jennifer Griffin there at the Pentagon. Thank you, Jennifer.